This is KPRN-DB. Broadcasting worldwide from Southeast Oklahoma, USA to parts unknown.
Hey preppers, James Smith here. I've got a new advertiser to tell you about. It is ultimatepreppers.net. There's a couple brothers out of the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area that have this website. It's chock full of everything you need and at a decent price. Let me tell you, they've got a Mayday fanny pack kit for less than $30. A Guide 10 Plus Adventure Kit for solar power, 5-man tent for $89, tomahawks, GPS, go bags, so much more. Take a look at it. Freeze-dried food, supplies, you wouldn't believe it. Now they also sell guns online, and they also have military surplus items. Now new items are being added daily. If you order more than $100, items are shipped free. Now, they also do take PayPal, so take a look at it. It's ultimatepreppers.net. That's ultimatepreppers, that's plural, .net.
Don't get caught with your pantry down. Try the most delicious Just Add Water storable food from Go Foods. No GMOs, no preservatives, no trans fats, no hydrogenated oils, and a 25-year shelf life. Enjoy it today and save money. Share it with others and earn money. Store it for the future and invest your money. You can't find better food for less anywhere. Made in the USA and guaranteed 100%. Plus, try it for free and decide for yourself at www.lovegofoods.com. To try it for free, go to www.lovegofoods.com. That's www.lovegofoods.com.
The truth is out there. Knowledge is power. This is the Prepper Podcast Radio Network.
Blog Talk Radio.
USA Emergency Broadcasting Network, your source for reliable disaster preparedness information.
The 21st century seems to be one emergency after another. The 9/11 attacks, anthrax attacks, Hurricanes Katrina, Hugo, and Andrew, tornadoes in the Midwest, earthquakes, and Superstorm Sandy. It's not only tested us, but it's made it painfully evident that American readiness is inadequate at best, especially when it comes to communications. One of the major problems with our readiness program is the lack of communications between first responders and the general public. This was particularly evident with the 9/11 system collapse during the Washington, D.C. earthquake and the near failure of the 9/11 system during Hurricane Sandy. Common Sense Preparedness Digital Broadcasting has teamed up with other emergency organizations, both government and non-government, to create a new informational source to bring the American public reliable, verifiable emergency information. We call it USA Emergency Broadcasting Network, USA EBN.org. Common Sense Preparedness will be the flagship of this new network and will bring you the information that's needed during times of disasters. As usual, we will not talk about politics or conspiracy theories. Our focus will be on bringing you reliable, accurate information to help you prepare for and respond to any type of disaster that you might face, whether it's natural, man-made, or personal. During times of disaster, USA Emergency Broadcasting Network will operate a virtual emergency operations center in order to receive emergency information and distribute it to the general public. A live, pre-recorded radio station will also be broadcasting this information on various internet radio sites, as well as on our website, usaebn.org. For more information, visit usaebn.org.
USA Emergency Broadcasting Network, your source for reliable disaster preparedness information.
You've got asthma, diabetes, a heart condition. Maybe you're taking prescription medications, but now you're in a car accident. And if you're unable to communicate or just confused by the shock of being in an accident, how will EMTs or paramedics know how to treat you? Introducing the Emergency Seatbelt ID from the Medi-Pal Company. This easy-to-use ID system wraps around your seatbelt where first responders will be quick to spot it. Inside, it contains a document with all the information first responders need to take care of you immediately and appropriately. If you want first responders to know you have an ongoing medical condition, food or medication allergies, your blood type, and who to contact in the event of an emergency, then you need an emergency seatbelt ID from the Medi-Pal company. To order one for $14.95 or for more information, please visit our website at medipal.com. That's MEDIPAL.com.
Common Sense Preparedness brought to you in part by PatriotMusic.com.
America has known the world over for its passion for freedom and individual rights. If you love your country as much as I do, and if you'd like to hear great music inspiring this passion, check out PatriotMusic.com. Download music from 3 great albums, including a new album just released with a cover you won't forget. PatriotMusic.com.
Hi, this is Matt Fitzgibbons with PatriotMusic.com. You're listening to Common Sense Preparedness with Tim Howard.
Well, hello, and thank you for tuning in to Common Sense Preparedness, an American readiness program. I wanted to start today off by talking a little bit about our alerts that we've had during the week. We've had a very busy week. We had the Valentine's Day go on, the asteroid 2012 DA-14 come towards us, and we had a couple meteorite strikes, one in Cuba and one in Russia, and we had some food safety issues going on. But before, one of the biggest things we've had is, and it's today, and I want to send out a very happy birthday to Patricia, one of the followers of USA Emergency Broadcasting Network from the very beginning, and wanted to wish her a happy birthday and let her know that thanks for all the help and support she's given us. Now, on to some of the other stuff that we've had go on this week. Very busy week. Wow. The biggest news that was going on was the meteorite that was coming, the asteroid, 2012 DA-14. It came and passed us like it was predicted to do, with no problems. And NASA pretty much called that one right on. However, same day, a couple hours prior to it, we had 2 meteor strikes on Earth, one in Russia, one in Cuba. Now, the Cuba one is not very known due to their political climate. Information coming out of Cuba is very scarce, so it's even hard to confirm that they did have a meteor strike. We do believe they did, so we are reporting it. Now, the one in Russia is being well documented. I've seen some of the early videos coming out of Russia, and the one thing that surprised me, now, and I was corrected on our emergency alert that went out earlier, we have meteorite strikes almost every other day on Earth, but they're small. They're a pebble size, a football size, stuff like that, so not much damage is done. The only large damage we ever had in recent history was in 1908, and actually in the same country, Russia, had a meteorite strike that devastated trees and stuff like that. But back in those days, we didn't have much on mass communications and all that kind of stuff, so it took us a while to figure out what had happened. This one was very well documented. This is the first time we were able to document a meteorite strike and what happens and all that stuff. The one thing that got me curious was, and I earlier in the week I had sent out information about, if a meteorite strike does occur, this is how we prepare for it, somewhat of a volcanic atmosphere. The one thing I did not recognize or realize until we started seeing some of the videos was the sonic boom that hits prior to any type of impact. Because you got to figure this meteorite, this asteroid, it's coming in fast, thousands and thousands and thousands of miles per hour. So it's going to cause a sonic boom. Well, the one in Russia caused such a sonic boom, it broke windows miles away. And people got hurt. I think the last report I saw was over 1,100 injured because of falling glass. Meteorite did not strike them. It fell into a area that was unpopulated. I think it was a lake bed. And the curious thing, though, was the sonic boom. We never thought about that. Now, sitting back, hindsight, Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect sense. Sonic boom's going to come out. What's going to happen with the sonic boom? So we failed on our preparedness position by not talking about sonic boom. So something we need to put into our preparedness information and our preparedness manuals. If we are looking at a meteor strike, we want to make sure we're prepared for a sonic boom and the ramifications of a sonic boom. So, and that goes into, if you're by glass, don't go by there. If you're in an office building, and I've seen this video too, if you're in an office building, don't go and stare. I'm sorry. Personally, I was watching those videos that was coming out of Russia yesterday. If I started seeing a streak of light coming out of the sky, honestly, my first impression probably would have been it's a nuclear weapon, and I would have started to run and hide. That should have been anybody's first impression. Run and hide and figure it out later. What do most people do? Get their video camera, start videotaping it. If they're in a building, go to the window and start looking at it and watching it. What happens? With the sonic boom, breaks all those windows. And I saw some of the people get pushed back from the overpressure of the air. So, I mean, honestly, think about it. If you're standing there average morning and all of a sudden you see this streak of light coming out of the sky, time to hide. Be prepared to run and hide. And that's where situational preparedness comes around. What's your situation about? Where's a good hiding spot? What if this were to happen? Where am I going to go with this? How can I get out of my car and hide in a ditch and stuff like that? Just until it's over, because then we can figure out what happened. So, we're learning. This is a learning process, a learning curve for everything. Now, I'm a professional emergency responder, so I've seen a lot of this devastation and all that stuff, and this was even a new one for me. So you're not an expert. There's really no experts in this field. We had one of our programs go into that the other day with one of our callers. This is not I'm an expert, I know it all, because you don't. Every day, I've got over 25 years experience in this field, and every day I'm learning something new from everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. I've learned things from the preppers. I've learned things from the survivalists. I've learned things from the victims. I've learned things from the bodies on how not to do something and what happened to them and stuff like that. So you can learn something from everybody. And that's another thing we were talking about earlier this week about being an expert in this field. There is no such thing because everything changes and everything is different. So when you see somebody who wrote a book or runs a blog, has been on TV and stuff like that, they're not an expert. They know a bit about it, but whatever they say is not golden. It can change in a heartbeat. That's one thing everyone's got to realize in our field. When it comes to disasters, things happen. And I got commented on this one too. Mother Nature will throw you a curveball anytime she can. No, I do not believe in Mother Nature, but it's a good saying and a good way of getting people to understand. One of the other things we've had go on this week was a food safety alert we put out, and I want to go ahead and get that information to you because there were some things in it I was kind of concerned about with the food safety report the day before Christmas, the day before Valentine's Day. We're having some recalls. Zip International Group is recalling less dried salted fish or berm fish, and they're coming out of Brooklyn. This is going into a bunch of states. It's already been sent out, and they're recalling it because it can be contaminated with, I believe, E. coli. I can't see that right now. As I get older, my vision's going bad on me. Taylor Farms Retail is also making a recall for Central Market Organic brand organic baby spinach. And that one's from E. coli. And Food City is putting out an alert for the Food Club's pineapple tidbit cups. And that's for salmonella. So, we'll try and keep you up to date on USA Emergency Broadcasting Network. We will be broadcasting our food safety report as much as possible. And a lot of it will be the same old information that you seen yesterday. things change a little bit, but you need to have the information as soon as possible to make your adjustments to your family plan